Today we're gonna review this boat and we're gonna talk about all of the options I have on this boat, stuff I like, stuff I'm not happy with, pretty much good, bad, and ugly. Let's do it. Recently, I went out to North River factory and Chris gave me a tour, showed me how the boats get built over there from beginning stage, flat sheet of aluminum, all the way to turnkey finished product. So what I find out that North River are custom built boats. Any kind of idea you have, you can talk to them. You can explain how you want your boat to get built for you. And they pretty much can do everything you want. Since we are on the water, we're gonna start from inside of the boat. Let's go inside of the cab and start from there. Alaskan bulkhead that I chose, that's a very good decision that I made. I'm looking back and I'm really happy that I did make that decision. I could have go with just canvas in the back instead of Alaskan bulkhead. It's a lot quieter when you're traveling, when it's cold, when it's rainy. We went out in Nia Bay and weather wasn't really good. Choppy waves, about 12 feet. So when you close the door, it's a lot quieter. I mean, riding in the bad weather for half a day, on the end of the day, you get really tired. So that's one of the best decisions that I ever made. Let's talk about seating capacity and quality of seats that we have. We have two front seats. They're shock seats, very good quality. We spent 155 hours on them and they holding up pretty good, no tears, and very comfortable, especially when you're on very choppy weather. Those waves, when they hit, it's not easy on the back. If you have a weak back, that without these seats, probably I would be in a lot of trouble. But they holding up pretty good. Same thing with the seats in the back. My kids spend a lot of time here playing, eating, and look, they're holding up really good. Just wipe them down and they look like brand new, nice and clean. Really happy and satisfied with electronics that we chose. 12-inch Garmin, it's very user-friendly. So 12-inch is in front and 9-inch above the second steer station. And Lawrence, this is the very first thing that we got because we had to wait a long time till we received the Garmin because of pandemic. It was a very long waiting period. And also we have Garmin radio, it works really good. So very happy with the system. The reason I chose North River for myself because of the style, because of the look, because of the quality, because of the service. Let's talk about this front deck. I really like the setup of this front deck, the design of it. Rails, 1 inch and a quarter give you that really beautiful look. They set a little bit higher. It's really good for kids to fish so they can hold on to the rails, or when you're traveling on slower speed, they just hold on to the rails and watch the view. And we have electrical winch anchor system. It's really good to have, especially when you spend a lot of time on the water. You have to drop down your anchor very often, and electrically you can lift it up or drop it down. it's easier than do it with hands. And nowadays, people going away from electric winch anchor system, you can install mini Coda electric motor, and it has the anchor lockdown option. Let's say you're fishing at the hot spot and you did select that lockdown, the autopilot gonna always hold your boat in place for you when you lock it down. So it's really good when you go to deep sea fishing, halibut fishing, and you're at the hot spot, and when you lock it down, it's gonna hold you in place. But it's only gonna work for till your batteries allows you. Let's say if you got 3 batteries, they can last you maybe 6 to 8 hours, and after that, they're gonna need to be recharged. So you still have to have some kind of a backup, some kind of a smaller anchors that you're probably gonna drop it in and pull it out by hands. Top of the roof, we install this big light. It's really helpful, especially when you're on the rivers, closer to shore, traveling on a higher speed. It's good to at least see what's in front. So this is really good light. And we have a Garmin radar system. We got a really beautiful rack. I'm still happy, and the decision that I made to make this rack, still very happy that I did that, because I can place a lot of items on top, tie them down with the straps, and yeah, it gives me an extra space. I'm happy that I chose 25 foot. I end up with this huge rear deck. Look at this dance floor. Plenty of space for up to 8 people. 3 people on each side can fish. 2 people on the end. We have steer station, and look at this space. This is awesome. I'm very happy and satisfied with this big fish box that we got. Plenty of space for halibut, for salmon. I just fill it up with the fresh water to wash all of the junks out. Yeah, but overall, it's a good to have. Fish station, that's a good choice. It helps us so much. It's good to have, especially when you're cutting up the bait or filleting a fish. Live well, it's good to have. If it keeps your bait, fish, crabs, shrimps alive, and gives you an extra storage. And it's really good to have extra storage for bait. And here we have really beautiful bait box, plenty of space for bait. And now let's talk about the bad stuff that I wasn't really happy and would reconsider when I would buy a boat again. We're gonna start with the Washdown Station. It's nothing bad to have a washdown station, especially if it works. Most of this time, this washdown station didn't work. The reason for that, because we have water line or water pump on the inside, pumping water out, and we have 2 electrical switches right next to it. We have 2 switches right here, and 2 switches next to the water valve. It's a big no-no. After I did a little bit of a looking into what's going on, look in the back, and I discovered water line with the fittings on it got loose during the ride and sprayed salt water on electrical switches, and my pump burned down, switches got all melted. So my recommendation, or what I would done differently, I would keep the wiring with the switches away from the water line. Bad issue number 2, anchor bracket. Design of this anchor bracket, we have a big time issue. So every time I launch my boat, we have to loosen up our anchor, take it out, put over the rail to launch it without anchor hanging on our trailer. The very first time when I did it, I create some damage, and ever since, every time I launch, I take out, or every time I go back to load my boat on a trailer, I have to do same thing, take it out over the rail, and it's very time consuming. But not only that, also when I launch my boat, it's coming out and with this L lip hanging on my trailer. And last time I pretty much ripped it open about 1.5 inches. I have a really good friend of mine came over and he welded and he made it a little bit stronger. You can see he'd add an extra aluminum to make it a lot stronger, which is really good and helped a lot. But overall, I'm not really satisfied and happy with this design. Maybe in the future North River can come up with something better than this. I don't know if it's maybe trailer, because when I went out to North River factory, all of the boats were on aluminum trailers. I don't know if aluminum trailer had the same issue like this or not. If you do know, please let me know in the comments. After purchasing this beautiful boat, my friend, he approached me and he told me a story what happened to him, and that's a big type safety concern. When they went out fishing, Nia Bay Ocean, about 45 miles away from the shore, they were fishing for halibut and flounder, and they all caught limit. And before going back home, weather changed, become very choppy, and going back home, water starts splashing over above, and they start seeing that a lot of excess of water start accumulating in their boat. And they start thinking, what's going on with our bilge pump? They wanted to access from the boat and they couldn't do it. They find out that the access is an offshore bracket. When they look, it was about 4 inches of water over the cap. They couldn't open it. And at the same time, they couldn't figure out how to get back safely because water only kept getting higher and higher. Finally, they open up the cap from inside and they were able to use some kind of a brush to reach to the pump and clear all of the gunk, blood from fish, and some of the seed shells. And they told me right away, that's a big time safety concern. So what I did, I installed second bilge pump and a lot stronger one, and manual on and off switch in case of emergency. But overall, I highly recommend North River to look into this design and maybe somehow change the access to inside, not on top of the offshore bracket. And this issue would help you not to get in very ugly situation. That's all we have for good, bad, and ugly. Would I ever buy a North River boat again? Absolutely. Recently, we went out to North River Boat Factory. Chris gave us a tour and showed us around how the boat's built from the beginning stage all the way to finished product. And I saw how hard those people work over there. They take pride in their work, building quality boats. If you're looking to buy a brand new boat, remember North River, they build boats per customer request. Find yourself a dealer representative who's gonna go through all of the options and order and build you a nice boat that you're gonna be satisfied with. If you live in Seattle, I highly recommend reaching out to Mike McKernan. He's the guy who helped me with everything, and I appreciate it. Till now, I can call him anytime, any day. Sometimes in the middle of the night, he's gonna pick up the phone and answer all of the questions that I have. And I'll leave his contact below. Our video coming to an end. Hopefully all of this information is gonna be very helpful. Please thumbs up, subscribe, and leave the comments below.